You laughed at the warning, told yourself it's nonsense. But Archangel Michael saw what was hidden in your house. Now it's growing. He can still remove it, but only if you open this within 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Do not take this lightly. 2 minutes is not a number drawn by chance. It is not a mere figure on the clock. It is divine timing, sealed by the courts of heaven. Heaven has interrupted the flow of your day because your time of reckoning has arrived. For many, this message will mean nothing, but for you, the one whose spirit has been stirred even while the mind mocked, this is the appointed hour. You laughed once when the first whisper came. You told yourself, it's nothing. It's nonsense. It's just a thought. And yet, while you laughed with your lips, something deep within you quivered. For laughter often hides fear, and mockery often masks the truth we dare not face. The warning came, but you brushed it aside. You convinced yourself that light and darkness could coexist under your roof, that what was hidden could remain unseen, untouched, unnoticed. But Archangel Michael has seen what you did not want to see. Yes, he has looked beyond the veil of appearances and into the chambers of your dwelling, into the corners of your heart, into the secret places where shadows creep and roots spread. He has seen what is festering, what has been planted, what has quietly begun to grow while you slept and while you ignored the stirring in your soul. What you call nonsense has already taken form, and though invisible to human eyes, it is undeniable in the sight of heaven. Michael does not move without reason. He does not sound an alarm where there is no danger. This message is not scattered to the masses. It is for the one chosen, the one marked, the one who knows that even as these words are spoken, something resonates, because you have felt it. A heaviness, a shadow, a knowing. Yet there is mercy. Stillness and obedience are the key. For though what has been hidden grows, it has not yet consumed. Michael can still remove it, but heaven requires your yes, your agreement, your surrender. This is not for everyone. It is for you, the one who knows something has been festering, and the time to face it has come. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear this now, for heaven bends slow to interrupt your ordinary hour. This moment is not random. It is not by chance. It is appointed. The very breath you take as these words reach your ears is under divine surveillance. The clocks of heaven have struck, and Michael, captain of the armies of the Lord, has been dispatched. This is not entertainment. This is not story. This is an invasion of light into the place where shadows have claimed ground. 2 minutes. Heaven has set the measure at 2 minutes. Why? Because obedience delayed becomes disobedience. Heaven is watching how you respond. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now, within this appointed window of mercy. This very hour is the dividing line between what grows unchecked and what is uprooted by the sword of God's warrior. You once thought it was nonsense. You heard the warning and laughed it away. You told yourself, nothing like that could happen here. Not in my life, not in my house. But your laughter could not silence the unease in your spirit. You mocked with your lips, but your heart trembled. The uneasiness you carried, the nights you could not explain, the sudden heaviness that crept into rooms once filled with peace, all of it testified that something was not right. Heaven is not speaking to everyone today. Heaven is speaking to you. Michael does not descend without cause. He comes with fire in his wings and a sword that flashes like lightning. He comes to separate the pure from the polluted, the holy from the unholy, the hidden poison from the living water. Right now, as these words are spoken, he is standing at the threshold of your dwelling, scanning every corner, every shadow, every forgotten space. What your natural eyes could not see, his gaze has pierced. What your reason dismissed, his discernment has confirmed. And now the heavens wait. The response is in your hands. You must understand, child of destiny, heaven does not beg, heaven commands. Heaven does not plead, heaven decrees. But in mercy, you are given the chance to align. Stillness is demanded, not panic. Obedience is required, not delay. The sword does not swing until your heart consents. The removal cannot begin until your lips agree. This is the testing ground of faith. Will you laugh again? Call it nonsense and let the infestation deepen? Or will you bow your spirit, admit what your soul already knows, and open the door to divine cleansing? This is why heaven set the limit of 2 minutes, because hesitation feeds the hidden thing, but obedience stars it. You are not here by mistake. You are here because Archangel Michael has stood watch over your life, over your calling, over your destiny. He has marked what others overlooked, and now he cries out with urgency. Decide, for your decision unlocks heaven's action. Do not wait. Do not reason it away. This hour is holy, and you are being measured. 2 minutes to surrender, 2 minutes to obey, 2 minutes to shift everything. This is your summons to rise. Type Amen to seal your agreement. Blessing code 1414 is now surrounding you. There are whispers in the night you cannot explain. A heaviness that falls on certain rooms in your home, though no one else seems to notice. You turn the key, you enter the doorway, and though everything looks normal to the eye, something feels unsettled to the soul. The peace you once knew is no longer constant. The laughter in your house has grown thinner. Even in silence, there is a weight. Even in daylight, there is a shadow. These are not accidents. These are not simply moods or passing emotions. These are signs. The very air around you testifies that something hidden has been planted. You may not see it, but you feel it. And though you laughed at the warning once, secretly, you have wondered if it could be true. At night, when sleep escapes you, when the walls seem to breathe with unrest, you have asked yourself, what if the warning wasn't nonsense? What if something really has been lurking? Yes, heaven has confirmed it. Something has been growing, and though you pushed it aside, your spirit has not been at rest. This unease you carry is the echo of Michael's watchful gaze. His eyes have seen what your own would not. His sword has detected the root beneath the floorboards of your daily life. There has been confusion. There has been disruption. There have been moments where you questioned your own sanity because you could not put your finger on what was wrong. Relationships shifted. Tempers flared without reason. Night after night, the weight on your chest pressed harder, whispering, mocking, unsettling. You tried to explain it away, but deep down, you knew something had been disturbed. And now heaven confirms it. Something has been hidden in your house, your heart, or your memory. Whether it is an object, a curse, a spoken word, or a presence that was invited without your knowing, it does not matter. What matters is that it has taken root, and if ignored, it will consume more. Michael has not come to frighten you, but to reveal. For what is revealed can be removed. What is exposed can be destroyed. And the very unease you have felt is proof that your spirit was alert even when your mind mocked. You were not wrong to feel unsettled. That was not paranoia. That was not imagination. That was discernment, the whisper of heaven that refused to let you sleep in blindness. Do not ignore these signs any longer. Do not dismiss what you have already felt. The disturbance in your atmosphere is the alarm bell of heaven. The weight in your home is the call to action. What was mocked as nonsense has become undeniable evidence. Now is the hour to surrender, to open, to let Michael strike with his sword and cleanse what has been festering. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1717 is now activated. Beloved, as you hear these words, know this. Every time a message like this reaches your ears, heaven is fighting for your soul and the souls of countless others. When you choose to stand with this mission, you are not just supporting a channel, you are sowing into a harvest of deliverance. The word declares that those who scatter the seed will rejoice with songs of joy, and today your giving becomes that seed. I feel this strongly. The very theme of hidden battles we speak of today is also a call for you to release light into hidden places. I invite you now, be part of the movement that carries heaven's fire to the nations. When you give through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are igniting flames that reach into homes, shattering darkness and releasing freedom. Your seed today is not just money, it is oil, it is fire, it is light. Heaven sees your gift, and heaven blesses it as a prophetic act. Do not wait. Rise, sow, and let your giving become a weapon. Listen now. For what you face is not mere coincidence. What has entered your life is not simply energy, not simply mood, not simply the ebb and flow of ordinary days. This is war. This is spiritual warfare unfolding before your very eyes. You not mistake it for random misfortune. You not reduce it to chance. Do not explain away what your spirit already knows. For Michael does not descend without cause. The Prince of Heaven does not draw his sword unless there is a battle that demands divine intervention. What is hidden in your house, your heart, your memory, your atmosphere is not harmless. It is a planting. It is a seed of sabotage, carefully placed, meant to grow in silence until it strangles your joy, your peace, your destiny. And you must understand this clearly. It was not placed at random. It was not dropped without intention. You were targeted. You were marked because of your calling, because of your light, because of your destiny. Darkness does not attack what does not threaten it. You are not in this struggle because you are weak. You are in it because heaven has marked you as strong, and the enemy fears what you carry. This is why laughter was stirred in you when the warning first came. The laughter was not innocence, it was defense. Your mind mocked to cover what your spirit already discerned. For the battle is not flesh against flesh, but spirit against spirit. The laughter was the shield of denial, but the truth remains. Heaven saw, Michael saw, and the enemy knows. The hidden seed thrives in silence. It feeds on neglect. It grows in darkness. And the longer it is ignored, the deeper it embeds itself into the foundation of your life. This is why Michael has come with urgency. This is why the warning carries fire. Because if it is not confronted, if it is not uprooted, it will not stay small. The hidden thing was never meant to remain hidden. It was meant to grow, to choke, to devour, until the very atmosphere of your destiny was consumed. And here lies the truth. Your reaction right now is a test of obedience. Heaven is watching not your excuses, but your choice. Will you rise as warrior, or will you shrink as victim? Will you open the door to Michael's sword, or will you guard the infestation in silence? The battle is already framed. The armies are already assembled. The enemy has planted, but heaven has sent its warrior. And now, your response tips the scale. Do not underestimate the hour. What you feel as heaviness is the clash of realms. What you hear as whispers is the voice of sabotage trying to weave doubt into your mind. What you sense as confusion is the fog of war, designed to distract you from your authority. But Michael stands, burning, waiting, armed not with fear, but with fire. He is ready to sever, to cleanse, to uproot, but the key is in your surrender. This is the framing of your battle. This is no accident. This is no game. This is the holy war for your house, your bloodline, your destiny. And you must choose. Will you align with heaven, or will you give silence to the seed? The conflict has already begun. Heaven has declared you victorious, but victory must be claimed. Michael stands ready. Your yes is the command. Type "I am covered" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1818 is now active. Hear me now, for the time of delay is finished. What has been hidden, what has been festering, is no longer content to remain in silence. It is growing. It is feeding. It is pressing against the walls of your atmosphere, and soon it will spill into plain sight. Michael has sounded the trumpet, for this is the final call before escalation. What was whispered will become a roar if it is not addressed. What lurked unseen will begin to manifest openly if you do not rise. Someone plotted against you. Somewhere, a word was spoken, a curse was uttered, or an object was planted. Somewhere, knowingly or unknowingly, a door was opened, and through that door entered the seed of sabotage. And though it began as small, almost invisible, like a shadow at the edge of your vision, it has been drawing strength from your silence. The seed grows because you have not commanded it to die. It takes root because you have not permitted Michael to strike. And now the warning comes. Within 72 hours, if it is not confronted, it will escalate. This is not to frighten you. This is not to paralyze you. This is to awaken you. Heaven speaks now because mercy still covers you. You still have the chance to surrender, to invite the sword of Michael to sweep through your house and uproot the hidden thing. But hear me, mercy has a window. Grace has an appointed hour. And once that hour passes, the infestation will not stay quiet. It will multiply, it will demand attention, it will devour the peace that remains. Do not dismiss the urgency. Do not tell yourself, tomorrow I will pray, tomorrow I will act. Tomorrow is too late. The spirit realm has already begun its motion. The seed has already begun to bud. What is small today will not remain small. The heaviness you feel will deepen. The whispers you ignore will grow louder. The unrest you dismiss will claw at your atmosphere until it consumes your joy. This is why Michael stands ready now, not later. This is why heaven interrupts your day, not your tomorrow. Child of destiny, understand this. Infestation becomes invasion. If you wait, if you stay silent, if you turn away again, what now lingers will take over. The enemy planted this not as a joke, not as a passing thought, but as a strategy to derail your calling. You were targeted. You were chosen for this attack because your light intimidates darkness. But the very fact that Michael has arrived means heaven has already guaranteed your victory. If you act, the time of mocking is over. The time of ignoring is over. This is the line drawn in the sand. Within 72 hours, it either dies by Michael's sword or grows into an enemy you cannot contain alone. Do not let your silence feed what heaven has come to destroy. Open your mouth, open your heart, and open the way for Michael to do what he was sent to do. You are not powerless. You are not abandoned. You are warned because you are loved. You are warned because heaven has chosen you. Take this seriously. Act now, and watch the hidden thing be scattered like dust in the wind. Type "I am free" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1919 is now surrounding you. Be still, beloved. Do not let panic seize you, for panic feeds fear, and fear is the soil where darkness multiplies. This is not the hour to run and tear. This is the hour to stand in stillness, to allow Michael's sword to move on your behalf. The presence that has entered, the seed that has been planted, does not thrive where faith stands firm. Faith is your shield, stillness is your strength, and surrender is your weapon. You are not powerless. You are not a victim. You are under the gaze of heaven, and the captain of the Lord's hosts is waiting for your agreement. Listen carefully. Michael does not need your strength. He needs your yes. He does not need your perfection. He needs your permission. The sword of heaven will not move against your will. But the moment you declare, the moment you surrender, the fire of God rushes into your home, sweeping through every room, every corner, every memory where shadows have tried to lodge themselves. Do not underestimate the power of your word. One whisper from your lips, I renounce, I refuse, I belong to God, and the atmosphere shifts. Heaven hears. Darkness trembles. The hidden thing loses its grip. This is why silence is not weakness, but silence in obedience. Stillness is not inactivity, but stillness rooted in trust. To stand still is not to do nothing, it is to let God's warriors fight for you. Your role is not to wrestle in your own strength, but to yield your ground to heaven's army. To lift your heart, to lift your prayer, and to stand unshaken as Michael's blade cuts away what does not belong. So hear me. Do not rush, do not scatter, do not let fear dictate your response. Instead, prepare your atmosphere. Invite the Spirit of God into your home. Walk through your rooms with boldness, not trembling. Declare over your dwelling, this house belongs to the Lord. No seed of sabotage shall remain. No shadow shall linger. No curse shall dwell here. Do not wait for the perfect words. Speak from the depth of your soul. Speak from the authority heaven has already given you. And as you do, Affirm yourself. Declare aloud, I am covered. I am sealed. I am protected. I am not prey, I am chosen. My house belongs to God. My destiny is untouchable. My life is hidden in Christ. These words are not empty. They are the fire of heaven released through your lips. Every declaration becomes a strike of Michael's sword, every affirmation a flame that consumes the roots of what was planted. Remember, child of God, obedience is the key. Panic will paralyze you, but stillness will empower you. Fear will feed the infestation, but faith will starve it. Michael is not asking you to fight in your own might. He is asking you to agree with heaven's might. When you pray, heaven sweeps. When you declare, heaven strikes. When you surrender, Michael moves. So be still. Breathe. Stand tall in the covering of the Almighty. For even now, the sword of the Archangel gleams, waiting only for your yes to pierce the hidden thing and scatter it into nothingness. Your safety is not in hiding. It is in surrender. Your protection is not in retreat. It is in the agreement with heaven's warrior. Lift your voice. Invite him in. The cleansing has already begun. Type I am covered in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2020 is now active. You are not who you were when the first warning came. Then you laugh. Then you mocked. Then you told yourself it was nonsense, that nothing unseen could have any hold on you. But now your eyes are opening. Now your spirit is awake. Now you see that what you dismissed was a disguise. What you mocked was a message. What you ignored was an alarm from heaven. You are no longer blind. You are no longer asleep. The fire has begun to stir within you. Do you feel it? The shift. The weight that once pressed you down is becoming the very force that makes you rise. The fear that once silenced you is becoming the fuel for your voice. This is not the moment of defeat. This is the moment of transformation. From ashes to fire, from prey to warrior, from one mocked to one anointed. You have stepped into a new hour, and heaven is rejoicing. For you have chosen not to deny, not to retreat, but to rise. The enemy hoped your laughter would blind you forever. The enemy hoped your dismissal would allow the seed to grow unchecked. But heaven is wiser, and Michael is swifter. The very mockery that once echoed from your lips has now turned into a roar of authority. You are not who you were yesterday. The old you has died in disbelief, and the new you is rising in holy confidence. Understand this. Empowerment is not about feeling strong in yourself. Empowerment is about knowing who walks with you. The moment you said yes to heaven, the moment you whispered your agreement, the atmosphere shifted. You are no longer standing alone in this battle. Michael stands by your side. The sword of the Archangel gleams not against you, but for you. The same presence that once revealed the hidden thing is now your shield, your covering, your protection. Lift your head. Straighten your back. Look around your house, your life, your destiny, not as a victim, but as a warrior claiming holy ground. Every corner belongs to God. Every room belongs to the King of Kings. Every part of your destiny is sealed in divine fire. No shadow may linger here anymore. No sabotage may grow here anymore. No curse may find a foothold here anymore. And now, Declare this boldly. I am not mocked, I am marked. I am not bound, I am free. I am not prey, I am a warrior. I am not forsaken, I am chosen. Let these words be written upon your spirit, for every time you speak them, heaven resounds with agreement, and the enemy trembles. You are stepping out of the posture of fear and into the mantle of authority. You are walking from the valley of shadows into the hill of victory. And though darkness tried to silence you, your voice has become the trumpet of heaven's army. This is empowerment, not the absence of battle, but the certainty of triumph. You are rising. You are shifting. You are no longer the one who mocked. You are the one who commands. And as you stand in this truth, know this: heaven is not finished. Greater revelation is coming. Greater release is near. The cleansing has prepared you, and now the fire will establish you. Type "I am a warrior" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing node 2121 is now surrounding you. Now listen closely, for the mystery begins to unfold. The hidden thing was never random, never accidental. It was not just a strange disturbance in your home, not just a heaviness in your spirit, not just whispers in the dark of night. It was an assignment. It was a trap. It was a carefully designed blockade sent to intercept your blessing, to delay your promotion, to sabotage your breakthrough. Heaven reveals this now because the hour of exposure has come. The reason Michael has descended, the reason this urgent message reaches you now, is because you are standing at the edge of advancement. The enemy saw it before you did. The enemy perceived the favor over your life, the oil that was about to pour, the doors that were about to open. That is why the planting was made. That is why the sabotage was set. The enemy cannot destroy destiny, but he seeks to delay it. He cannot erase the call, but he seeks to entangle it. He cannot cancel your anointing, but he tries to contaminate the atmosphere where it is meant to flourish. But hear the revelation. The moment you open your mouth in agreement with heaven, Michael moves. The hidden thing loses its power. The blockade collapses. The trap becomes useless. This is the turning point, the unlocking moment. The chains that tried to tighten around your path snap under the authority of your voice. For heaven has been waiting for your yes, and once it is released, the warrior angel executes judgment against what has been planted. Your name is known in heaven. Your prayers are not scattered into empty space. They are recorded. Your tears have not been wasted. They have been gathered. Even the unease you carried, the unrest that disturbed you, was proof that your spirit remained sensitive to heaven's call. You were mocked because you hesitated, but you are celebrated now because you have shifted. You are no longer laughing in doubt. You are rising in agreement. Child of destiny, this is your revelation. You were never meant to live beneath the weight of hidden sabotage. You were meant to walk in freedom, in clarity, in favor. That is why Michael fights. That is why the warning came. That is why this moment burns with urgency. The hidden thing was set against you, but heaven has already decreed, it shall not succeed. The fire of God consumes what was placed against you. The sword of Michael severs what was planted in your path. Your obedience unlocks your deliverance. This is the revelation. The battle was never about what is in your house. The battle was about what is coming into your life. And now, The very obstruction meant to block your promotion becomes the platform where heaven demonstrates its power. Lift your voice. Declare it. Align with it. Your breakthrough is here. Your turning point is now. Your prophetic moment has come. Heaven waits for no delay. Heaven is ready to act. Type "I am unlocked" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2222 is now activated. Beloved, as heaven reveals mysteries and releases truth into your life, I invite you to recognize the power of moments like this. This is not just a video. It is a prophetic trumpet sounding across nations, breaking chains and lifting souls. When you choose to support this mission, you are not giving to a man. You are sowing into the field of God's harvest. The word declares that those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. And as you pour into this mission, heaven pours back into you. I feel this in my spirit right now. Your giving becomes a prophetic act, releasing rivers of light into darkened homes. You can sow through super thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal link in the description. Every seed becomes fire. Every gift becomes oil. Every offering becomes a key that unlocks more lives. Do not hold back. Let your giving echo your faith, and watch heaven bless you abundantly for standing with His word. Child of light, now that the mystery has been revealed and the hidden thing exposed, it is time to rise into action. This is no longer about simply surviving the disturbance, no longer about merely enduring the heaviness. This is the hour of activation. Your destiny is not passive. It is alive. It is fiery. It is waiting for your agreement. Heaven has cleared the ground. Michael has struck his sword, and now the invitation comes. Declare your life, your house. Your future is purified and consecrated unto the Lord. Do not delay, for activation requires your voice. Heaven can surround you. Angels can fight for you. But your mouth is the key that unlocks the decree. Say it with fire. Say it with boldness. This house is holy. This atmosphere belongs to God. My destiny is sealed. No hidden saboteur shall remain here. My life is aligned with heaven. Every word you release becomes a weapon. Every declaration a strike against darkness. Your obedience to declare is the final step that shifts you from victim to victor. Understand this. Heaven does not simply want you cleansed. Heaven wants you commissioned. This is why Michael has stood guard. Why this message has come to you. The removal of the hidden thing is not the end. It is the beginning. You are being positioned, empowered, and activated for what lies ahead. Your next steps require clarity. Your next season requires strength, and heaven refuses to let you walk forward entangled by sabotage. This activation is your doorway to freedom, your entry into destiny. This is why your yes is so critical. Heaven does not move in hesitation. Heaven moves in alignment. When you say yes, you give permission for the courts of heaven to establish what has been declared over you since the foundations of the earth. Your calling requires this moment. Your breakthrough demands this obedience. The chains of delay are breaking, and the doors of advancement are swinging open. Declare it now. My yes breaks the cycle. My obedience releases the blessing. My agreement opens the heavens. My destiny is unlocked. My bloodline is free. My house is sealed. My path is clear. I walk forward with fire. Say it until your spirit shakes with power. Say it until your atmosphere shifts. For your words are not empty. They are the trumpet that summons angelic hosts to enforce what heaven has already decreed. Do not shrink back. Do not retreat. This is the moment to rise, to step forward, to claim your inheritance. You are not merely escaping sabotage. You are stepping into your next level. You are not only protected, you are being promoted. This activation is the ignition of your destiny. And once ignited, no force of darkness can extinguish it. Rise now, child of heaven. Declare boldly, stand firmly, and know this: Michael has come before you. The fire of God surrounds you, and your destiny is alive within you. This is your hour. This is your shift. This is your activation. Type "I am activated" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Go 2323 is now covering you. Now listen carefully, for what is happening even now cannot be seen with the natural eye. In the quiet of your room, in the stillness of your house, in the depths of your spirit, there is an exchange taking place. Heaven moves in silence as power shifts from darkness back into your hands. What was stolen, what was delayed, what was bound in hidden chains is now being returned. Michael has stepped into the courts of heaven on your behalf, and his sword is negotiating in realms you cannot see. You may not feel it in your body. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit knows. That subtle peace rising after nights of unrest, that sudden sense of freedom after weeks of heaviness, it is evidence of the exchange. Heaven does not always thunder with sound. Sometimes heaven moves like the whisper of a breeze, quiet yet unstoppable. While you sleep, heaven cleanses. While you pray, Michael strikes. While you declare, the courts of heaven reorder the very foundation of your destiny. Do not underestimate what is unfolding in this silent realm. Every tear you shed has become evidence before the throne. Every prayer you whispered has become a weapon in the hands of angels. Every moment of unease has been a testimony, proving that sabotage had indeed entered your space. And now, those tears are being turned into oil. Those prayers are being transformed into fire. Those moments of unrest are being redeemed into strength. The enemy thought his planting would choke you. He thought delay would break you. He thought confusion would silence you. But instead, his weapon has become heaven's testimony. For now, the seed of sabotage is being uprooted and thrown into the fire, and in its place grows the tree of destiny, unshakable, unmovable, nourished by the very Spirit of God. This is the exchange. Darkness yields, light advances. Bondage breaks, freedom flows. What was stolen is not just returned, it is multiplied. Can you sense it? Even now, the heaviness lifts. Even now, the shadow flees. Even now, what you carried in silence is being carried away by the armies of heaven. And though your natural mind may try to reason, your spirit already knows. Something has shifted. Something has been released. Something has been restored. This is the mystery of the silent exchange. Heaven moves where faith opens the door. Heaven fights where surrender gives access. Heaven restores what you thought was lost forever. You were never abandoned. You were never forgotten. The exchange was already written into your story, waiting for this very moment. Stand in awe, child of destiny. For the very ground beneath your feet has been reordered. The air in your house has been sanctified. The foundation of your future has been restructured. Heaven has made the exchange. What was stolen is now returned. What was hidden is now exposed. What was delayed is now accelerated. Walk forward with peace. Rest with confidence. For while you stand in faith, Michael stands in victory. The silent exchange is complete, and you are free. Type IT is restored in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2424 is now active around you. Hear this, for heaven has already moved into the realm of justice. What was planted against you, what was whispered in secret, what was hidden within your atmosphere, it has been weighed in the scales of heaven and found guilty. The hands that plotted against you, the words that cursed you, the seeds that were sown to sabotage your peace, they have not gone unnoticed. Michael does not swing his sword in vain. Every strike is precise, every cut is judgment, every movement is the release of divine justice. Do not think that heaven ignored your tears. Do not think that your sleepless nights passed without witness. Every sigh, every restless hour, every unspoken cry for help, all of it ascended before the throne. The enemy believed you would be crushed under the weight of sabotage. He believed silence would bury you. He believed shadows would smother you. But instead, heaven has written your vindication. The very thing meant to destroy you has now become the foundation of your testimony. The reversal is already in motion. The darkness that sought to linger in your house is being driven out. The curse that tried to chain you is being shattered. The mockery you endured, when you laughed, when you dismissed, when even your own heart doubted, is being overturned into a testimony that will silence every accuser. What the enemy meant for evil, the Lord has turned for good. The planting that once threatened to choke your destiny is now being used as the evidence of God's intervention. Mark this moment. You will look back and see how heaven turned it. The heaviness that almost crushed you will become the story of your strength. The shadows that haunted you will become the backdrop of your victory. The fear that tried to bind you will become the fire that fuels your boldness. This is divine reversal. The enemy's weapon has become God's testimony, and you are the living proof. Michael is not only removing the sabotage, he is returning it to the sender. What was spoken against you is now echoing back to its origin. What was planted in your house is now uprooted and cast into the fire. The hands that stretched against you will feel the weight of their own words, for heaven is not mocked. Divine justice does not sleep. The sword does not strike halfway. Lift your head, child of God. You are not the one mocked anymore. You are the one mocked. You are not the one oppressed. You are the one vindicated. You are not the one silenced. You are the one whose testimony will roar. The reversal is not tomorrow. It is now. The justice is not delayed. It is active. The judgment is not uncertain. It is sealed. So declare it boldly. Justice is mine. Reversal is mine. Vindication is mine. My God has turned it. My enemy has been defeated. My destiny is secure. Let your words align with heaven's decree, for justice has spoken, and it cannot be overturned. This is your moment of reversal. The weapon is shattered. The curse is broken. The justice is complete. Rise and rejoice, for heaven has made its judgment in your favor. Type justice is mine in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2525 is now active over your life. Now hear this closing word, for the circle is complete. From the moment you laughed at the warning, from the moment you mocked and told yourself it was nonsense, heaven already knew the path you would walk. Archangel Michael saw what you could not see. He saw what was hidden in your house, in your atmosphere, in your story. And while it grew in silence, heaven waited for the appointed time. That time is now. The sword has struck. The seed has been uprooted. The shadows have been scattered. What once grew in secret has been exposed and removed by the fire of God. This message came not by chance, not by human design, but by divine interruption. It was for you, and you alone know how deeply it resonated. You were the one marked for this word, the one chosen for this cleansing, the one called for this deliverance. And now, as the smoke clears, hear heaven's decree. Your house is covered. Your name is sealed. Your destiny is protected. The same angel who saw what was hidden now stands as your guardian. The same God who revealed the sabotage has now written your freedom. You are sealed. You are seen. You are sent. Do not look back in fear. Do not dwell on what was planted. Fix your eyes forward, for your destiny awaits. Walk boldly, for heaven has gone before you. Rest securely, for Michael stands beside you. Rejoice freely, for justice has been executed in your favor. What was meant to delay you has become the evidence of your deliverance. Rise now, child of light. Carry this truth into every room, into every decision, into every day. You are not forsaken. You are not abandoned. You are not unprotected. You are chosen. You are covered. You are marked by heaven. The blessing rests upon you, and no force of darkness may remove it. This is the final word. You are sealed. You are seen. And you are sent. Now rise. Type I am sealed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2626 is now resting upon you. Beloved, as this prophetic message closes, I want you to see the bigger picture. This is not only about your house being cleansed, it is about countless others receiving the same freedom. Every time you support this mission, you become part of heaven's strategy to push light into the darkest corners. The word declares that those who sow in tears will reap with joy, and your gift becomes the seed of someone else's breakthrough. I invite you right now, partner with this mission through Super Thanks, through membership, or by using the PayPal link in the description. Your support is not just generosity, it is warfare. It is oil that keeps the flame burning. It is manna that feeds souls. It is fire that ignites freedom. Heaven sees your gift and multiplies it back into your life as blessing and favor. Do not hesitate. So, rise and let your support echo in eternity.